Hello manufacturers and distributors, and welcome to this overview of Odoo Shopfloor module, a visual interface designed to transform how you manage your production floor and execute your planning in a simple and efficient way. Let's get started. At Forgeflow, we work with many companies that both manufacture and distribute most of their products. That usually means managing a high number of manufacturing orders that each one break down in multiple work orders involving different people, machines, shifts, and materials. And the higher the volume, the easier it is for the information to get lost, to arrive late, or simply fail to reflect what's really happening. And that's exactly where Shopfloor comes into play. Shopfloor is an application specifically designed for production execution on the shop floor, and its goal is very clear: to connect planning with the factory in real time. But before going any further, there are some few important points to keep in mind. Pay attention. The Shopfloor module is available from Odoo version 16.4 onwards, and it does not replace the manufacturing module. It complements it. Before Shopfloor, production execution was handled through the old tablet view inside the work orders. But now, with Shopfloor, that approach is fully replaced by a dedicated app that manages Shopfloor execution in a more intuitive and structured way adapted into each work order. And if you are wondering who is Shopfloor for, Shopfloor is especially valuable for companies that work with repetitive or assembly line production, manage large volume of orders, companies that need to know at all time what is being produced and how, who is working on it, in which machine and with which materials, and also companies that work and operate with sensors, IoT, automated data capture, and have high quality or traceability requirements such as regulated processes or ISO standards. In short, companies where execution is just as critical as planning. And which are the key benefits of the Shopfloor module? Let me tell you that when production execution is properly managed, you gain real-time control over shop floor operations, fewer mistakes and less paperwork thanks to a fully digital workflow, and a better resource utilization with visibility into work centers, actual production times, workloads, and potential bottlenecks. But hey, a tool is worth more than 1,000 words. So let's jump into Shopfloor and see how processing work orders become much easier from now on. Well, once the application is installed, it appears directly on the Odoo dashboard alongside the rest of the modules. So when we enter Shopfloor, we land on a central control panel where all production orders are displayed regardless of the current status. As we can see, from the top bar, we can easily add or switch between different work centers, adapting the view to each area of the factory. If we're talking about work order information, we can see that each manufacturing order shows case information at a glance. For example, if we go here to this manufacturing order, at the header we can see that appears the reference number, the product that we are producing, the quantity to produce, and the current status. If we go a little below, what we see, the assigned work center, and the step that you need to follow to complete the manufacturing order. If we go to the footer, we can also find a close production button, which acts as a control and quality checkpoint before completing an order. But hey, that's not all. Additionally, the configuration menu opens several options that allow you to scrap defective components, add extra operational components if needed, or if they were not included initially in the bill of materials. We can also open the full manufacturing order, or you can leave a log note for the operator. All of this makes possible to resolve issues without leaving the production flow. Okay, let's go with the order status and progress. If a work order has not started yet, it appears with a to-do status, but once work begins, as you could see in the screen, a timer starts running, recording the actual time spent on that order. So, as execution progresses, the order itself guides the operator by showing the required steps to complete it. As we could see here, in this manufacturing order, in the assembly cabinet, we need first to register the production, then add the shooters, and finally, the black die. Each task is completed by clicking Mark as done, and once the final step is reached, close production appears to finish the manufacturing order. And then, after closing the order, a shut undo option is available, allowing last-minute adjustments before the order is fully processed. So now, let's dive into the work centers and the operational control. Within each work order, the configuration menu provides additional actions apart than the ones that we already know in the central dashboard. For example, we could move the order to another work center if the current one isn't available. Also, we could suggest improvements to the working structures, create quality alerts when an issue is detected, and block a work center if cannot be used. In addition, each production site includes a site panel that displays the hours logged by each operator, providing full traceability of the real working time. Well, that's all for today, folks. Now that we've seen the real value of Shopfloor, it's clear that it is not just an interface for operators. It's the tool that connects strategy, planning, and execution using real-time data. And now we invite you to follow us and discover in the next video how to process a manufacturing order in Shopfloor and how it can directly support and improve your business. See you in the next video.